Okay, we decided to put some silicone just for a little extra security. You can see here some of the duct tape is actually peeling off from our roll. So let me go and put that little duct tape piece back on there. We got it in there, and I noticed also some debris. What you could do next time is make sure that you kind of dust it out. You can see a little bit of the particle got pushed back out from our. And if you look at it, it's nice. I didn't probably wish I expanded it too much more because I wanted more of the aluminum, but I did expand it enough here where the bulbs will come out with harness. So it's a trade-off there between making the bulb stuck and hard to get to changing it, or having a nice tight snug fit. So I went ahead and I made a little bit more for these side bulbs of running lights to actually come on out. Okay, so now what we're going to do is talk about how to actually change these retainers. Again, keep in mind that the 2-valve retainers are much bigger than the 4-valve retainers. You can see here in comparison. See if I can get an angle shot here, you can see it. See how much bigger they are? Compare. My whole index finger can actually cover, the 4-valve, one of the retainers. And then this one, as you can see, it still shows. So these are the tools we're going to be using. This is a very basic tool. It's just going to cover inside here, keep it protected, the padding, while we push on it. One of them is actually to put it on, and the other one is actually to take out. So it's a very simple, basic tool, but it does a trick. So I'm going to go and show you how to use this real quick. Take it out. We're also going to change it to, these are titanium valve springs by Taida, and we're dealing with a Taida 30.5 to 26.5, which we're planning to put this on our SSBG. Hopefully we're going to do a dry fit. I'm not sure how dry it'll be because we're leaving the engine oil on there, so we'll do our best I can. And another thing I realized, actually, these plastic intake manifold, even though the Naruka one has a pretty longer length where it doesn't need a manifold, but I do recommend to put one on there if you can. The reason why is the plastic acts like an insulator, because you definitely want cold induced forced air to come in here with the mixture, right? So when the engine actually heats up, it transfers that heat to the aluminum of the Naruka. So this actually gets really hot as much as you're touching the engine case itself, including the valve cover. So by putting a little spacer like this on the Naruka intake manifold, you actually will create a little bit more cooler air. Just like this one right here, this coupler right here, the rubber coupler, keeps the carburetor from actually heating up to the same temperature as the manifold, or pretty much the engine. This little plastic spacer does also the great. You just want to be able to close up, but you also want it to not transfer heat, because you want to keep this cold air flowing in here. You don't want to heat up this area too, where all the air that comes in is going to be hot air as well. So that's another tidbit. I'm probably going to put the spacer, even though it doesn't need one, because it's such a long in groove. You can see here the dent. It's almost take the whole spacer here. But I think it's good just to keep it in, because again, that copper is just good conductivity, so it transfers all the heat back onto the intake manifold. So we're probably going to change that out when we change out our CVK to a PWK. So that's a good note here, to use the plastic that comes with it. So that's what we're probably going to be doing. Here we go. We're going to go and take this all out. Show you how to use this basic tool. So you can see here, these things actually split apart. And when you actually pop them open, we're going to use this to loosen them up, and this one to hold it in place to actually put it back in. So this one's to take it out first. So we're going to take it out first. So what you want to do is you want to line this right here, the little sort of a bubble edge, anywhere right here. You want to line it right there. I'm going to try to see if I can do it one hand, but if I can't, I'll definitely come back. Okay, so I'm going to go and try to hold a few fingers here on the other side, and then what you do is just push down. Apply a little bit more pressure. There you go. See that? You broke it off. It comes loose. There's just 2 pieces. Don't lose them. You can take out the whole thing. These are original stock valve springs from the Taida 232. And here's we could actually even upgrade this to the Viton seal ones, but these are just as good. So I'm just going to replace these ones mainly for performance. This one's for longer activity. We can put some SSPG Viton seal ones, but I think the one at Taida comes in, they're pretty good. So I'll keep them there. There you go. There's another one right there. You can see it only fits in one direction. It's like a little teeth here. And the longer side, it actually faces upward, okay? Faces upward from you. Okay, so we're going to see that's how it goes. It sits right there like this. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and put that in there now. So we got one side. Doesn't matter which one you use for this one. They're both the same. There's going to be a small spring and then a big spring. So we're going to go and tear that open. We're going to use the valve spring you can see here to be able to put it back in as well. Okay. All right. There we go. Almost looks the same, doesn't it? Actually, this might actually even come with it already if you look at it. Like that, see there? It has green and it has the markations right there, the yellow. So these are already actually put on there already. So this actually has titanium valve springs already on there. So that was kind of neat. Okay, so we'll just put it on there just to see. So there it goes. You would put the bottom one like this. Actually, you can see how the reference here they put in the top. So if that's the case, then we could put ours in the top too. So we'll go and close it out for the top. So put it right here. Okay, so there we go. And then we're going to change these. These are called keepers here, retainer keepers. So we're going to knock these. We still need to use these tooth though. We're going to keep them in there. Okay, knock the other one out somewhere. Okay, still good. Let's give it a little tap. Careful, they're still soft. There we go. Got the tooth out, and I'll go and upgrade to these titanium retainers here. Open that out here. There we go. And then you want to just depend aesthetically. It doesn't really matter which it goes, but if you just want to make sure you see it the way you want to see it, I prefer to have the Taida riding like this way because the cylinder head's gonna be facing us like this way, right? So I'll prefer to have it there. Make sure you still got your little round ball there because when you push on it, it's gonna project that little valves to come out protruding, and you don't want it to be damaged here. So that's why you put this in here. That little round there, just kind of tilted back. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and keep. Just want to see where it says Taida. Kind of even it up there like that. Okay, we're getting ready to put our teeth in here. What you're gonna do with the teeth? Try to put in a little groove there. Be careful, it will probably fall through. It does have some kind of an interlock seating area. There we go. There we go. See, we got the teeth in there. And now what you want to do is just use the other tap bit tool here. And you can actually put pressure. This has a spring. See that? The spring will hold it in place just like our chain guide spring thing there. It just holds in place. By the time it rests it feels like it's popping all the way out. It'll let go. So this one right here, it's going to be pretty much to put back on, and the other one was actually to take off and knock it loose. So we're going to go and put this one guy back in here. I'm going to try see if I can do it. You can catch it in the angle here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. Careful, you don't want to. Okay, once you feel like you're stable, go ahead and give it some pressure, and then you hear it click. There we go. Then let go smoothly, okay? Be careful. Don't put your face in front of it just in case it does one. And that's it. That's how simple that is. So we just changed it. Look how beautiful, nice that looks, right? And we're going to do a dry pit. Once we actually take off our engine, we're going to actually put it on there. We're not going to spray any more sealed on the gasket for right now until we actually bolt it on there. And we're going to actually turn the flywheel and see if actually the piston will actually hit the cylinder head. We'll hear it click, click, click noise. Okay, we'll do the same thing here. We'll take this one off. If you notice here, I just rotate it, but the plastic has always been underneath me. There we go. Put that, push it through. 1, 2, 3. Give it a good push. There, like that. See, one teeth is getting caught. It might take a little bit, but you'll get it. There we go. Now it's coming off. So it's easier just to take the front, top in one, put that one back in there. Just to make sure we got titanium at least. Let's just go and put the other one as well in there. Okay. Take this one out. Put that one in there. Okay, we're putting our new retainer ones. You can see here. The tool shouldn't leave any kind of damaging mark or anything like that. So we're going to face the Taida again, like this. Or we can go the opposite direction. So any direction they can see is Taida all around. But I guess I like to keep it consistent. knowing where the direction is supposed to flow. So I want to keep it like here where it's facing. Even our yellow one, I might even want to line it up just to be exactly the same. See the yellow one. Yeah, these valve springs tools, it beats having those little clamp on ones. It's a lot more challenging than try to clamp it on. Try to knock this one out. There it goes, the last teeth. So just fit the teeth in there. The teeth can't fall through. It looks like it's kind of has a certain space it sits. There's a narrow cone shape, and then there's a wider shape. That wider shape again faces top. Oh. All right, there. Let me tighten my gloves here so I can feel a little bit more on the edge of my tip of my finger. Okay, there we go. It's not going to go all the way recess in. Don't worry about it. You can see here it has a little bit bump in the top end. But that's what this is. It's going to go ahead and when it pushes in, it'll guide it and it'll line it. Okay, so here we go. This is the last one we're doing for our valve. I'm going to go ahead and line up this as well. Make sure this looks good. Kind of keep it all evenly. The yellow one looks like it's all the way over there more. You know, it's just for aesthetic. Okay, this is more slighted downward, but I think that should do it. Okay, then when you feel like you got it good the way you want it to, go ahead and give it a good push. There we go, you hear it snap. Bingo, there you go. Now, since this one looks like a little bit bulky here and there, crunched up, let's go and do it again just to make sure. That way, anything else that needs to be loose should be loose. And there you go, you got your retainer and your valve spring put on. That was like 5 minutes. That was it. We didn't have to have any special clamp-on tool or anything like that. And you want to see on this side, and you can tell here Taida marks there's valves, what size they are. See, this one right here is a 30 by 5 by 73 on the intake IN, and then the exhaust is 26 by 5 by 11.5. So this sucker is huge. So we're going to go ahead and see how this is going to do in our SSPG setup. Hopefully, again, it won't hit the tippet, but we'll find out. So let's go and put this one back in here, our Taida valve springs. There we go. Awesome. And then we also have our old retainers. These are original Taida one retainers, but they're not the lighter titanium ones that we got here. You can see how much bigger they are compared. I mean, you can't really tell from the camera angle, unfortunately, but you saw it earlier. And we're just gonna go and put this in here just for safekeeping, so we know which part we replaced. There we go. Doesn't matter which direction really now. Go from behind it, front of it. I like to put things back to see which part I changed on the scooter so I can reference back my part. And there it are. These were the old ones here. This was the new ones. You can see how more brilliant that is, the titanium one. So that's how we change our Taida springs and also our valve springs as well as the retainers. So with the simple tool right here, that's it. Just a hollow tubing at the end. I'm not sure there's even a spring on the other end of it, but I know this one has a spring because you can feel it right on top. So that was it. That was very simple. Now, how we remove our scooter. Now, some scooter engine will have actually the center stand almost can come apart with it, but if you see here, ours is actually completely welded to the frame of the bike. So it's gonna be a little different method. It's gonna be the same concept though. We can keep the wheel on there and even the shocks, but that might go in the way because what we need to do is actually the main part to already get this engine apart is the hydraulic brake line needs to come off so it won't interfere because we're extending our rear wheel with it. So we'll need to unhook this brake axle, unbolt the brake assembly, which we need to take off anyway because we're replacing. it's better, safer just to take out the whole exhaust system because we don't want to put any pressure because we still have to, you know, disassemble the head anyway. You can see here little spaticles up here. I'm just a little afraid of what's going in there. We're gonna try to open up and see what the spark plug condition of it is. We're gonna need to take all our lines. Now the starter, we can keep it on there. We'll just have to actually disconnect the harness from here, the starter. So this is simple right here. We just disconnect this part right here from the harness. I think we can just pull it out right now, maybe. It's probably locked in from the other end. Let's see here. There should be a little locking squeeze here. We can shove a screwdriver or something, or just give it a good yank. There it is. That's our starter here. So that gets rerouted out. And there's cable here we're going to replace anyway with CV key to auto enricher, which we're going to just take off just to make sure the wires doesn't get pinched or damaged. So let's go ahead and unhook that guy in here. Unhook the enricher cable. These are all from our stator connection, which are like just bullet connectors and the housing. And they're color coded, so they're not too bad. Just remember again, the stator was that stator pickup wire was the blue and white, gone into black and white on the other end, and then the green is ground. So we're going to go and disconnect the bullet connection. We can tug it somewhere, one or the other. Oh, that's pretty good hold on this. There we go. That one's going. This one might be coming out the other end. It's like it's crisscross, so it won't. They did this purposely so one's a male and one's a female, so you can't interchange these two by accident. Which, you know, is obvious with the color too, but just in case. So that was pretty smart. I just wish they matched the same color from blue and white to blue and white. But what can you expect? Okay, so this one I'm going to need probably both hands to really free up, or I can push it from this side. Try to get much as I can and pull. There we go. So we got those wires out of the way. And this is going with the... We just got to take the air filter out. We can probably even leave the carburetor on there, but we're going to have to take it out eventually anyway. So when we get the engine out complete, we'll probably take that out. Our Banjing one, we'll take it out. We'll also inspect our ground wire here. We want to take it off the valve cover because once this gets dropped, we don't want to put any pressure and yank off our ground wire. Okay, let's go and check out our spark plug, see what the condition of it is. And we fired it early this morning. And let's check it out. I'm going to rotate gloves because this glove right here is not going to do the trick. It's too loosey. It's making more work on top of work, huh? So let me go and take this one off. Switch it out. This one's a little bit more durable. I just need one for right now. Oops, sorry. Okay, there we go. Gonna get the spark plug socket. Okay, I believe this is the one. It's gonna be a 5. The one say it yet 5/8. Yep, 5/8. There we go. We're gonna need extension like we had last time, and we're gonna need to take it out anyway, so we might as well get a head start and take that out first. All right, extension, where are you at? Sometimes it helps to. Well, I'm sure a lot of YouTube can relate. Talk to yourself, you find out things that come to you. Like, extension, where are you? And then I see it right there. Alright, there we go. Put this guy in here. Alright, let's go ahead and see what the livelihood of our spark plug is. Oh, it's weird how extension's long this time. That's weird. Or maybe we didn't need an extension at all. Yeah, we probably didn't need the extension. Okay, let's go and break this lefty-loosey. 1, 2, 3. Now there we go. Now we don't need the extension. However, I think I probably twist it by hand. Probably just helps it get the socket in there. Yeah, I'm worried about the little spaticles there you can see here on the cylinder head. So if that's the case, Looks like very sharp spaticles, don't they? The batteries and seats are already taken out if you haven't noticed. I took that out already because I figured, you know, you guys saw me put it on so many times trying to mess around with the battery and stuff like that. So that's completely off now. All right. Oh, wow. Look at that. That is dark. That's running too rich or the motor oils is getting involved. So we really got to check that one out. Yeah, it's not too bad, but it could be a little bit more lighter tan color. You know, again, this is a new spark plug. You want to see what a new spark plug was, what we had originally before we just tested out for less than 100 or around 100 miles. Here we go. We got some items here. I'm going to show you the brake assembly too later. I'll share that one. And this is the one for the 2017 brake assembly. Want to see what the difference is on those in a little bit. We're going to also have to change the rocker arms again to a Taida rocker arm, 57 millimeter, because it's shorter rocker arms on the SSPG one. So we're going to do it. We got to do it pretty much. And then we're probably going to just throw in the Taida cam. Recommend maybe the A17 probably be the best cam out there, next to maybe A15 for this setup. But I think since we don't have it, I think probably let's try the Taida one, Taida T300 that normally comes with. So this is what a brand new one looks like. You can see here, this is a spark plug, NGK, uranium there. And this is what ours is after only less than 100 miles at it. Quite a bit of difference, huh? See the tip? It's clean. Yeah. Your spark plugs is a good indicator of what's going on around your engine. So we're going to try to do our best to see here. Taking out the engine oil is another story that we'll probably have to figure out. So, oh yeah, let me show you the brake assembly. I'm sorry we're jumping here and there. So we got our brake assembly here. I ordered one from Savage. I guess a SSR Motorsport Interceptor. Or, you know, it's just probably it's just not even an Interceptor like mine is. But it's 2017 model. And they haven't really changed much other than the fact that they put a different kind of housing. You can see here, you can see a little bit slightly. And this is what a brand new one looks like. Stock. See that one there? Comes with a banjo bolt, everything shiny. Even new brake pads too. We can probably save these for a later time. We got the NCY on there, they work just as great. So we'll probably keep these as a backup. A lot of threads on them too. That's great. Comes with a whole set. We'll have this on our website too, so if you need to order something like this. But here goes. This is the one for the SSR 2017. This is pretty much from a 2013 assembly. As far as I know, it could be even backdate even earlier. But let's go and open this up. They did a great job in packaging this. I mean, it's like, I mean, more sealed than a chicken. There we go. Let me see if I can just rip it. Then we gotta get to the core. They said the scooter they got this off of wasn't even that long ago. It came with some kind of screw packs too. So here we go. All right, so you can see here they even gave you like little screw packs. I guess these are like the banjo bolts or something. Little accessories patch. See the brake's been used a little bit there, but it's not a bad price. I negotiated, got it for $12.50. Can't beat that. So it's pretty much almost identical. Let me see if I can face this way. You can see it. You know, the other one's new and stuff like that. And you can see the bracket here is more closer to my original Zenin scooter versus this Zenin scooter from a 2013 SSR Motorsport. So this has up here a little caliper. So I'm sure this bracket here, I'm not going to be able to use it for this model scooter. But everything else, I think if this comes apart, which I don't even know how to take this off yet, but you could probably use it just the same as you would this one. So if you look at it right here, this bracket right here faces a certain direction. It's gonna go above like this. So this is exactly matched on. Only thing is the NCY one doesn't have this little backer plate, so that wouldn't have to worry. So yeah, so we'll probably just stick with this one for ease of use. You know, we'll figure this one as a backup later. So that was pretty nice of it to be able to. But the main thing we got it for was that banjo bolt, the bleeder bolt, which we see right here. This one has it too. It's actually pretty good, the rubber seal. Looked like they never really, I guess they cleaned this up. Maybe put new seal. Oh no, look how brittle this is right here. Yeah, you don't want that. Waste of time. So, but we can use the banjo bolt and all the other parts of it though. And a little bit of the brake pads, not much. But it's still pretty decent. You know, for $12.50 you can't beat that. So, and then the little spare parts here for the brushes. So, this one you can see here, the seals are intact. It's still a lot of moisture, rubberized. You know, it's not brittle or nothing like that. See that? Brand new. Yep. And then of course the banjo bolt is what we're going for. So if anything, we can use that for a banjo bolt. All right, so that will be the brakes. Once we have disassembled it, we're going to put our new rear brake assembly back on there, and we'll tighten that down. But let's go ahead and work on getting an idea how we're going to approach taking out the engine, other than just the common scenario. Now we see our spark plug here indication. There might be some bad stuff going on to the cylinder head and the valve, so now is a good time to actually take care of it and replace it. We might even change it to a uni filter, perhaps an angled one instead of the K&N. That way we can actually backfeed our fumes back into, because the uni filter has like a 2-layer. You can actually squeeze another 2 right through it without ripping it. So just right there, we can just gap it open and put it right through the other secondary lining. So we're going to go ahead and unscrew this one. I believe this is a 10 millimeter, 8 millimeter. Let's find out. So this is a 10 millimeter here. Yep, it's 8. There we go. Put the right socket here. Let's drive this bad boy out. Lefty loosey. Feel like I'm going tight here. There we go. All right. Do it by hand now. Okay, just enough to wiggle it out. Should be fine. You don't want it too loose. Okay, just enough that we can wiggle this guy out. There we go. Nice and safe. We're gonna wiggle him out here. And we got a package to let the mailman have. There we go. How are you? Thanks a lot. I wasn't even sure on a Saturday you guys come past 2. There we go. It's all prepaid already. Thank you. All right. All right. So there we go. We got that. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and now let's see what else we need to disable. We'll need to flex this. Like, it's just a little metal flex here. And we don't have to actually break our banjo bolt, which we can anyway. What am I saying? But we can take it off it now once we get the exhaust off, because you can see here's a very tight squeeze to try to hit the exhaust. So we're going to try to get the exhaust taken care of. So what we're going to do is we're going to unscrew it here first, and then we're going to unscrew this one last. That way we're going to take the whole section of the exhaust off. So we're going to get started on that one. That's one I believe is an M12. I'm not mistaken, last. That one will need the extension. I believe this is might be, no, this is a 13. 11. Always the one that we want is not where to be found, right? I think it's an M12. 13 again. Why I have 13? I couldn't even find one 13 a while back. Now I find two 13s versus just getting an M12. That's an extension only. Look at that, 13 again. And not only that, I have another 13 right here. When you don't want to be found, you're found. Okay. I see all, oh, here it goes. Look at that, hidden right there. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go underneath there. And we're gonna get this exhaust out. So we're like reversing everything that we worked on, but it should be faster now since we have an idea. Didn't I just put the socket in there? I swore I did. It came loose. Maybe I put it this way and that's why I thought I had it on there. All right, here we go. Yeah, this magnet always grips right here. It's like that one of those, you know, help you with the stoplight. I guess it also helps you hold your ratchet. Okay, lefty loosey. Okay, that one's broken off. Let's break the other one off before we go further than the other one. Let's see if I get a little bit more leverage here. Oh, not so much good leverage there. Okay. Remember again, we torqued this to about 16 foot. I'm sorry. Yeah, we torqued it about 16 foot-pounds. So that's why it's a little bit harder to break off. But we're getting there now. Stopped on this. Okay, it's loose. Yeah, it's fairly loose, so we don't need the. We can twist it by hand. Okay, so what's supporting the muffler now is that one bolt there that we tie it with. I'm probably going to put the muffler in his own bag again now, just temporarily until we get this all squared away. But it's good though. We can get most of this section. Wow, it feels so rubbery now. And we only fired it for 30 seconds this morning. Or not that, I'm sorry, 2 minutes. But it does pick up a little debris quickly. There we go. So yeah, we don't need to jerk it off yet. Okay, now it's time to get this guy off here. So this one, I'm gonna set the thing around. I can't wait to put Allen bolts in these replacement ones. We'll find the Allen bolts for this one too after we're done. And this one looks like it's gonna be a different socket. I believe this one's a M10, or I doubt it's M8. Yeah, it's M10. We'll find that M10.